Haunting final words of famous people before their last breath. Was Michael Jackson asking for drugs right before his death? Let's find out. Today we will be looking at the last words that the celebrities uttered before their demise. Celebrity deaths can be tragic and shocking for many, especially if you're a huge fan of the individual. What's even more haunting are their last words, with some being more poignant than others because they knew they were going to die. So let's look at a few of them. 9. Princess Diana. Despite becoming a real-life princess, Diana, Princess of Wales, lived a life that was far from happily ever after. Instead, it was a life that began when she was 7 years old with a sad upbringing in a disintegrated family, and ended with rejection from a large portion of her new family, the British royal family, to be clear. It was a tragically cut-short life, marred by a husband's adultery, which resulted in a painfully public divorce. Unbeknownst to many, Diana survived the fatal car accident in which she was involved, which was promptly captured on camera by the paparazzi who were following her car. Diana reportedly had time to look around in the aftermath of the car crash and said, "My God, what happened?" According to Oprah Daily, as she saw the lifeless bodies of 2 other passengers in the vehicle. She then lost consciousness and died shortly after. 8. Heath Ledger. Heath Ledger, an Australian actor and heartthrob, was well known for his roles in films such as The Dark Knight and 10 Things I Hate About You. Heath died tragically on January 22, 2008, as a result of an unintentional prescription medication overdose. Kate, Heath's sister, had warned him not to mix prescription medications that evening. Heath was given medications for his pain, insomnia, and anxiety, but when these medications are taken together, they can be fatal. His final phone message to his sister was, Katie, I'll be fine." 7. Steve Jobs. The last words of Steve Jobs were confirmed by his family as, "Oh wow, oh wow, oh wow." The Apple co-founder died in 2011 at the age of 56 years old. He was surrounded by his sister, Mona Simpson, and his 3 children. Mona published her brother's eulogy in the New York Times, and she wrote, "His tone was affectionate, dear, loving, but like someone whose luggage was already strapped onto the vehicle, who was already on the beginning of his journey, even as he was sorry, truly deeply sorry, to be leaving us." 6. Michael Jackson. In 2009, just months before he was due to start a world tour, an emergency call was made to 911 from Michael Jackson's Los Angeles home, explaining that the King of Pop was not breathing. When paramedics arrived, they found he had no pulse, and despite many attempts to revive him, at 50 years old he was pronounced dead. The Billie Jean singer had been administered propofol, anti-anxiety benzodiazepines, lorazepam, and midazolam, and it was this deadly mixture that caused his death. His personal physician was convicted of involuntary manslaughter and served 2 years behind bars. Hauntingly, Jackson's last words before his death were, "More milk." Milk was the nickname he'd given to the drugs he overdosed on. 5. Paul Walker. Actor Paul Walker was known for his main role in the Fast and Furious series, which makes his death even more tragic as he died in a car crash. Paul Walker was attending a charity event for Reach Out Worldwide, which collected donations for those whose lives have been affected by natural disasters. Towards the end of the afternoon, he and close friend Roger Rodas took a Porsche from the fundraiser for a quick spin and said, "Hey, I'll be back in 5 minutes, all right?" 4. Amy Winehouse. Talented yet troubled singer Amy Winehouse had battled with an addiction to drugs, alcohol, and bad men for many years. In 2008, she made music history by becoming the first British woman to win 5 Grammys, including 3 of the Big Four: Best New Artist, Record of the Year, and Song of the Year. 3 years later, her lifeless body was found at her London home aged just 27 years old. The sad part is, 2 hours before her death, she made a phone call to her doctor and pleaded, "I don't want to die." Frank Sinatra. Frank Sinatra was an American singer and actor who was particularly famous in the 1950s. He had been seriously ill for months when he suffered a heart attack and died on May 14, 1998, at Cedars-Sinai Medical Hospital in Los Angeles. According to his wife Barbara Marx, who was at his bedside when he died, his last words were, "I'm losing it." Anyway, this wraps up our video for today. What do you think about this? Let us know in the comments section down below. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel while you're at it.